Welcome back, investigators, to Singularity Roleplay for our 19th episode of Breaking Neon, a gritty and dark noir investigative game with a twist for the City of Mist system. While those of us around the game table have our safety tools in place, it's important to know if any of the content here tonight is something you're not comfortable with. If at any point during the stream you become uncomfortable or find the topics discussed to be too much, please take a step back, get some air, take some time to yourself, and hopefully we'll see you back here. Today's game has the following content some may find disturbing: reiteration and murder. Now, before we get into our game, we're going to go ahead and go around the table, starting directly next to me with Skunk.
Oh, hi, hello. I am Skunkart. I have 19 different names. You'll hear a different one every time. And 3 sets of pronouns, one of which is Fae, Femme, Fear, Fierce. And I am playing your local ingenue dark fantasy author in way over her head, Sarazat.
Nice. Directly below, we're going with Shock.
You did, bud.
Thank you. I did not realize I was still on mute. But yes, as I was saying, hi, I'm Shock Point Failure. You can refer to me as Shock. That's no problem. I'm back once again reprising my role as Moreno, our lovable fight buddy here, who may or may not have gotten an upgrade last time he was around. We'll see how that goes around. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep the things flowing and just pass it on to the next.
Next up, Janie.
Hi, I'm Janie. I am playing Lola, the ex-mop wife, I guess. So you don't want to cross her because she'll make her necklace to an axe.
All right. Next up is Fail.
Hey everybody, I'm Fail Prime. I'll be reprising my role as Noel Noir, Man About Town.
Last up is Meg Mysteria.
Oh, I am Meg and/or Meg Mysteria, and I am playing Renee Webb and/or Penelope Ha. I can't do the accent. I'm sick right now. It's fine. Everything's fine. But, you know, despite working for a shady police type organization, she is purely a cab. Don't let that fool you. She stands for what she stands for. Yeah.
You know what? That sounds just like something a Busta would say. No, no, no. I hate the police.
Look, the police fucked up her kid. A cab.
Fail, you sound like you've been at protests like I've been with the people who are like, I hate the cops. Let's do something intense and extreme and violent.
I have a deep loathing for the police, as someone who is actually ex-police, so...
Good job on quitting.
Proud of you.
I'm fine.
So last we left off, our team had gotten into a bit of a scuffle with 3 superpowered teenagers who were given the gift of vengeance. With some coaxing, they were able to turn it around and go find the source of the problem, being a woman who was trying to get back her lost family. Unfortunately, she was subject to her own hubris and was forced to take those consequences. But there was a light at the end of the tunnel that she hoped would fix everything. Unfortunately, it did not. Turns out that Annette Crane, known as Control, had been manipulating everything from behind the scenes. Now, it's been about a week or 2. What has everybody been up to?
I've been making sure that the kid I adopted that whose name I can't remember, which I should remember.
I feel like I
Uh,
missed so much.
you had June.
June. I've been making sure that June is gets like a bank account set up and just like resources so that she doesn't end up on the streets again. Just trying to help with that.
Nice.
June is the one that also showed up with Sarah, if I recall correctly. So Sarah's probably
Yeah.
been helping that while speed finishing her latest novel and reassuring the publisher that a complete rewrite so close to the deadline will be perfectly fine. Trust me, it's an inspired idea. It's okay.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, and I've thought of a crossover with this author named Noel Noir. Have you heard of him before?
Have we still not introduced those two yet?
Oh, no, that was me to the publicist.
Ah, okay.
I mean, yeah, I've seen it. It's brilliant. That Southern breeze just really tugged at my heartstrings. This Miss Lady character, and I don't know that other guy, but it was good.
It's
Gotta
a
get it off of
complete.
Amazon and onto something better.
It's a completely different style than mine, but I think they could go really well together. You know, like Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett mixed together for Good Omens.
Yeah, yeah. See, I like this. Let me call my people. We'll call your people and try and set up something. All right.
Wait, you are my people.
Yes, yes, but I'm talking about Noel. He's the other
Oh.
your people.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. See, all right.
And I guess maybe helping the other kid, too, if they need it. But I think Noel's handling that.
Okay. So before I get into that, Amit, last you left off, we ended up putting you on a fast trip over to the hospital
Hmm.
due to some of your injuries. So that's where you last left off.
Okay, okay. So I'll probably just spend the last week or so chilling out in the hospital, recovering, and then trying to catch back up and find out what I missed.
Oh, I can't wait for Amit to find out that I made a deal with the the child that tried to kill him.
So let's just speed this along and make the first point of Cole being no, because let's be fair here. When No actually does do his job as a detective, he's the first person to know anything.
Hey, Amit, guess who we work for now?
No? What did you do?
What was her name?
Anya.
Anya.
I made a deal with Anya. We're now part of the Russian mob again, buddy.
The same Russian mob that tried to kill me?
The one and the same. She tried to kill me too. But I de-escalated the situation with my words. We struck a deal. I believe last I heard, she was having a meeting with the adjudicator. Yeah, that's where we're at.
Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Anything else I need to be informed about? Any other situations?
I taught a kid how to kill a man, and he became my intern.
Okay, that sounds like Paul for you.
Yeah, I was just walking home from the club, and some kid like threw some frat boys out of this frat house and was trying to kill one of them, and he had him in a headlock. He wasn't getting much leverage on trying to break his neck, so I taught him how to break the guy's neck, and soon afterwards he signs a contract, and he lives in my old apartment building and as an intern.
Okay, how's Kevin doing with the new intern then?
He's good.
Okay. Remind me, I got a gift for Kevin. He might like it.
Look, I work really hard to bring Kevin down. Can we not boost him up?
You look. You can't break a man down without building him back up at some point. Kevin does need some positive reinforcement on occasion.
No, I disagree. I'm sorry. Kevin...
Well, too bad. I'm still giving him a gift. He survived this long with you. He deserves one.
Do what you gotta do, I guess.
Oh my god. Y'all be wild out here.
Look, I have finally hit the point where fighting against Fail's insanity is pointless, and I'm now just rolling with it.
You know what? That's fair. That's a good way to roll. What about Renee? What has Renee been up to?
Renee has been working on, Phoebe's, kind of rehabilitation. Working kind of with Wednesday on that and getting them on decent terms. But also been looking for actual professional help for her, like an actual therapist, because she needs more help than just mom. Also taking the lead on doing that for Mose as well, and I believe June also agreed to it, so getting June on that level too. And making sure that Phoebe and Mose also get to hang out because, they seemed like they were actually pretty decent friends. So
Yeah, they were very close.
So making sure that they still get to be friends and hang out because that's good for them.
Noel's gonna need you to stop giving his interns and his other employees like therapy and trying to build them back up. He's trying to make them effective private detectives, and you can't be a good PI if you're not a broken person.
No.
Hang on.
Like, this is
You can be a good PI and not be a suicidal mess, though.
I want you to name one PI who was not a suicidal mess.
Dick Tracy.
Was a that motherfucker was beyond suicidal.
Inspector Gadget.
Monk.
Wasn't a mess.
Monk had other problems.
But he wasn't suicidal.
Have you seen the Monk box set? If he saw that, he would be suicidal.
Okay, that's valid. But Hercule Poirot.
Inspector Gadget. He's not.
The psych people.
I would.
Hang on.
Oh, psych people. That's a good argument. Yeah. Poirot.
VIP. Nobody remembers VIP except me. VIP.
I love VIP.
I don't think I ever watched VIP.
It was a good show for what it was.
Yeah, I miss VIP.
The Poirot
Not
argument.
like miss as in quote. Like I legitimately did not ever see it.
I will argue that Poirot was damaged and probably had some suicidal tendencies.
I would agree about Poirot.
The man was highly Catholic. He was against it.
Name any other Catholic who's not suicidal.
Like, as a Catholic, that means you are suicidal. You just won't do it. It's worse than being suicidal. We should get back on track and off of triggering topics.
I'm going to add suicide as a trigger topic. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Yep.
I'm going to establish there are food deliveries to all of Null's interns from Sarah with a little note that says, broken people need to eat too. Yes, Null, they'll be yummier this way. And it's always delicious, nutritious food.
I forgot that was in the intern's contract.
Oh, no.
Also, on the back of the note, which I know Null won't read, it will say, I just wrote that so Null would let you eat it.
But yeah, I figure the dynamic is largely Renee is making sure that they get like active professional help for the more like. There's a lot of trauma that needs to be unpacked. That yes, the absolute professional level help is needed, and Renee is taking over. You know, hey, I'm mom. I'm mom. I'm here if you need me for the the talky stuff. If you need me to do that and listen. But I'm also going to be here for teaching you about Rift stuff and helping you manage that.
I could
So that we
absolutely see Miss Lady being like, Uncle Noel is a bad influence, and you need to stop listening to him.
absolutely.
How often do
Meanwhile,
you send them my way to help get them a little combat training as well?
I invite you over. I do not send them to you to just leave them with you.
Hey, hang on. I have been proven to be good with kids.
And that is Lola's decision.
Lola has a
It
room
is
in
not
her
my
basement.
decision.
Lola's got like an area set up in her basement that's probably covered in singe marks right now. Because she just, I think she would just tell June to go down there and practice.
We did learn last episode that Noel has taught Lola's kids how to use knives and guns.
Yeah.
Especially because of Phoebe and what Phoebe can do. And because of Phoebe's past. And, Phoebe was trying to murder you. She's got to make sure that that does not come up again.
Yeah, it's probably better to have it,
Fair enough.
supervised.
I will say Sarah is observing the kids every chance she can get and interviewing them for future stories and books about how the wealthy and powerful have failed the kids and the most marginalized of the city, placing all of the blame on the wealthy people, but coded.
All right. So I'm going to start everybody off here. It is currently like just coming up on 7 a.m. What is everybody doing?
7 a.m. in the morning?
As opposed to 7 a.m. in the evening?
Sleeping. That's too early. What? It's not even.
While I'm waiting for my my rose to finish rising for breakfast, I'm trying to figure out how am I going to hide a sword in everyday life.
I don't know.
Did you say your rose to rise?
Rolls, bread rolls.
Rolls. I heard rose like the flower. I was like, what are you eating for breakfast?
You never heard of rose water?
True.
Or anything made with it?
Wait, do you drink rose water? I thought that was for skincare.
You can eat with it. I love cooking with it, actually. One of my favorite things to bake. Yeah.
Interesting.
Roses are
rose tea, man. That's my favorite.
That's my favorite too.
Yeah, rose is great.
At 7 a.m. in the morning, 7 a.m. in the evening, possibly, depending on what day it is. Sarah is messily passed out on her couch. A bottle of pills and a cup of booze and on the coffee table and notes everywhere.
Are you another person I have to make sure they eat properly?
It swings widely. When she's on a writing gig, yes. Or when she's especially scared, yes. But when she's moderately scared, she eats extravagantly. She is never not scared.
Okay.
Real quick, when you wake up, do you have a radio? Do you use your cell phone alarm? Do you have one of those TV alarms that just turns on the TV?
I think that turning on the TV to like the news is probably what wakes her up.
All right. As you turn on the TV, you get the, breaking news. This is KTRL. My name is Sandra Crane reporting. In today's top story, Lazarus Labs is currently under a heavy investigation after the events that happened weeks ago. Find out more today at noon.
Reaches for the glass, touches the pill bottle. I don't know, knocks it over. The glass, takes a sip. KTRL. That's too obvious. Anyway.
So when I wake up at noon, can I watch?
Not the Sandra Crane.
Not Sandra Crane, KTRL.
And blinking, and then just texts the group like, "We're gonna work today, aren't we?"
You're not going to get an answer from Lola until 11:15.
Probably. What's going on? What did you see?
Something about Sandra Crane and Lazarus Labs. It's on KTRL.
Of course. You had
Yep.
breakfast yet?
Do you have
The last of my Negroni.
Did you have solid food for breakfast yet?
It might have congealed.
Do you have premium cable? I don't get that channel.
That's basic. It's basic.
No.
I'm still in bed.
like no, send. ... Send. The K means it's basic. Send. At least on this coast. Send. Also, what sound does K, TR, and L make? Send.
I will say, though, KTRL has existed for a while.
Doesn't make it less obvious.
Yeah.
So, are we like West Coast? Is that what K is? I know
East
that-
Coast.
K is west, yeah.
Oh, it is West.
Yeah, because
Renee
Forgot
just-
about
W.
Renee just pops up in the chat and says, "So you notice the KTRL, but not Sandra Crane?" Question mark.
I think they said Sandra Crane before. I need coffee. Like
You're
literally
need
interrupts
food.
herself in the text.
You're also just gonna get another response back from Noel. No, I don't have this channel.
No, do you have a TV?
Yeah, I bought one for Kevin.
Did you
Renee
hook it
sends
up?
a link.
Okay, but Lola does send a message. Too early for all these texts.
Lola, wake up. I'm making coffee and coming over.
Lola, wake up. I'm making French toast.
I'm in your house already.
Kevin,
I mean,
That's
I
my
mean,
text
I
is
have-
from
Amit.
Noel.
Amit, I'm downstairs.
Kevin wants me
I
to ask:
have a key. I can do that.
is it cinnamon roll French toast or just regular French toast? Question mark. Question mark.
If you bring the cream cheese, I can make cinnamon roll French toast.
Kevin is on his way.
All caps.
where-
Kevin is not you, Noel.
So what I'm hearing is we're meeting at Lola's.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So for Amit, do you have the TV on or do you have a radio?
I probably have a radio.
All right. While you're listening to the radio, K Neon comes on. It's just like the standard news
Mhm.
radio jockey thing. This is Elliot Crane reporting today. Make sure that you guys stay out of the traffic zones. It's going to be bumper to bumper, but it's going to be a nice day today. Smooth sailing, clear skies, not a chance of rain. Stick around. We're going to open up with a little bit of AC/DC.
That's entirely too obvious. But I'm still sticking off the roads. I'm also going to leave a note for Marcel to stay off the roads with her breakfast because I highly doubt she's going to be waking up at 7:30 in the morning. Then I'm going to take my usual thieves highway over to Lola.
All right. Before you leave, you hear the announcer like switch over to the advertisement, and the advertisement starts going off. You think you're stuck in a rut, Amit, and then goes back to the normal radio announcement or like the normal radio commercial.
All right, screw hiding it. This is I'm starting to switch it to my back as I go out the door.
All right. I'm gonna actually go up to Noel. Noel, 7 a.m. What are you doing aside from having this text conversation?
So Noel is flipping through channels and he is not seeing KTRL. He's just like channel 3, channel 4, channel 5. And Noel doesn't pay for cable, so he only gets like the 4 or 5 basic channels that you can get through like an antenna.
Which this is going to be one of them, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
That's what gay means.
Noel's like, oh, PBS, I'll just leave it here.
You see like Discount Elmo come out and going, Noel, it's time for you to go hang out with your friends.
Count Elmo. I've tried to live my life up to your expectations, Count Elmo. Oh, we're not having this conversation today?
Go and eat more people.
I'm on it. Kevin!
Oh, shit.
At which point, Noel will make sure his crazy straw is nice and packed into his trench coat. And he's going to pick up a manila envelope that has crazy straws for everybody, since everybody ordered one the last time they were together. And he's going to head over to Lola's.
All right. Before you head out, you have a radio in your office?
Yeah, it's like one of those old like 1920s like tube radios.
Perfect. You hear it click on as you pass by.
Well, that's not normal. Actually, for Noel, that probably is normal.
Hi, Noel. You don't know me. I know you.
Wait, are you that weird lady that doesn't know how to read a room?
No. Listen, I'm a friend. And I have a strange request. A case, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon you're going to be reached out to. A guy named Lascom. You're going to want to keep this guy safe.
Okay, reached out to by a guy named Pond Scum. Okay, description of what he looks like. Also, this is very unusual for me to be taking a case from my radio. How often do you leave? How many people do you know?
One more time, sorry.
It's very unusual for me to be taking a case directly from my radio. Do you have a life outside of my apartment?
I do.
All right, we're going to talk about this later because I did not know you were sentient.
I am not your radio. I promise you I'm not your radio.
Anyway, what does this Pond Scum guy look like?
Eric Lascom. He's 25, maybe 26. Tall, lanky, tends to wear black hoodies. And you'll find a very specific tattoo on the inside of his left wrist. It's a picture of a cog.
So I write down my notes. I'm like, okay, Frederick pond scum, hoodie, tattoo. Anything else I need to know?
You need to keep this one alive.
Do not drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a date and a time that I'm supposed to meet this? Also, it would have been really, really easy for you to just call Kevin and give him all of these details.
See, I can't trust Kevin, but I can trust you.
Okay, what do you know about Kevin?
That he can be manipulated.
And
Just
I
look
can't.
at what you did with him.
I didn't manipulate him. He gets paid very handsomely. He gets a TV. He has a nice apartment. And
But you
for
work
his
for
Christmas
yourself.
bonus, he's getting a car.
You work for yourself.
That's beside the point. He works for me.
And I can trust you. So just leave it at that. Meet up with your friends, and soon you'll get to meet Eric.
In like small scribbles, I'm going to put, do not trust Kevin.
We'll
all
talk
right.
again soon.
And at that, okay, bye radio. We'll have more talks when I get home.
And the radio cuts out.
And then I will head to Lola's.
All right. Renee.
Yes.
7 a.m. What are you up to?
Probably up making breakfast for at least Phoebe, maybe Mose.
Okay. Phoebe just kind of saunters in, definitely half asleep. Mose is very clearly asleep, face first into the table. And the two of them just kind of look up as soon as they see that you're moving around. It's like, oh my god, this smells good. Do you have a TV or a radio on at any point?
Probably a TV with the news.
Because, see, I feel like Miss Lady would be one of those moms who's like, no TV during meal times. You only get like 2 hours of screen time a day.
You
And Sarah
notice-
is the aunt who
Yes.
immediately violates that limitation.
Fail, why are you roasting me in the chat? Stop it. I'm not a cop.
Technically, you're not a cop.
I'm not a cop.
Oh my god. So you get the news, the weather, the sports, everything goes by normally. Do you see all the text messages from the group?
I ignore it for a little bit, and then once it gets obnoxious enough, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And that's when I start reading everything, and I imagine it's at that point when I actually notice the control broadcast. If it's the same broadcast that we're talking about, if the same one comes up. Or do you have something else that's specific for me?
Nope, you are seeing the same thing.
So then, yeah, my text to Sarah makes sense. Like, so you noticed that, but not Sandra.
Sarah will add to the text message, y'all, maybe we should figure out a non-digital way to communicate, considering ...
So So yeah, I end up with only a couple more texts in that conversation because I still put my phone down and like I have it set like face up so I can still read the messages while I'm cooking breakfast and finishing that for the kids. But I end up telling them, so I'm going to have to go to Lola's for some work.
Your phone rings.
Who is it?
Restricted number.
Oh boy, this is going to be good.
Can I ask what year it is? Because I don't think I've ever actually established what year it is.
It's mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s?
Yeah,
Like early 2000s, like 2000 to like 2010
late.
or like 2010.
Late 2000. So it would be, let's say,
Like
like
Paris Hilton is at the top of her career.
almost 2010. How about that?
Okay. Then yeah, answering a restricted number would make sense. If it's fucking 2023, nobody answers a goddamn restricted number anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be good. Joel, answer the phone. Hello.
Hey, we don't know each other, all right? My name's Eric Lascom. I was given this number to reach out to somebody who can help, somebody who's dealing with Annette.
Yes, I am
On the cell phone.
dealing with Annette. Can I ask what your problem with her is?
Can't talk about it. As soon as
Okay.
I'm done, as soon as I get off the phone, this conversation, we've never had this conversation. I'm tossing this phone. I need you guys to meet me at the corner of 28th and Sycamore at noon.
28th and Sycamore at noon. All right.
That's all I can tell you. But I can help you.
You said your name was Eric Lascom.
Yeah.
You know who I am.
I do.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Phone hangs up.
That was odd.
Phoebe looks up from the food and says, "Is everything good? We okay? We not okay? What's going on?"
Yeah, I think we're fine. Just adding more to the puzzle for today.
You have fun with that. That sounds like it's gonna be a fucking headache.
Oh yeah, dealing with that crane will always be a headache. Can figure out how to get to her in person.
So Mose pulls out a laptop and starts like going on a quick search. After a couple minutes, he comes back, says, "I thought I heard that name before. She's the lady that owns Crane Consolidated, right?"
Yep, that's her.
And turns the laptop around to show all the companies owned by Crane Consolidated, which includes KTRL, KNEON, Lazarus Labs, and Crane Construction and Holdings.
Yeah, she's got her hands in well, just about everything that can make this city run, and her rift is nasty. It can get into everything. The internet itself, essentially.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's not terrifying at all.
Yeah. She can project herself, and really sure how, but she's been working with the rifts that and somehow bequeathing them. Not necessarily bequeathing them, but she's working with rifts that have been able to project her into other places. So she's in places that she's not really there. So we haven't been able to really pin her anywhere.
Mose shuts the computer off and takes the battery out and says, I can try and look into this, but I don't think I'm going to use this computer anymore.
I do not blame you. You go. Me and Phoebe will be okay. She kind of ruffles Moses' hair and gives Phoebe a kiss on the forehead, and gets ready
That's
to
sweet.
head out. She takes the motorcycle because she is a cool mom.
Obviously.
And because if she gets the same traffic alert that Amit does, the cool motorcycle can cut through that.
Yeah, that's true. You're pretty much just riding along the shoreline to get there. Huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of Lola, 7 a.m. You get woke up to a bunch of texts.
This is too early.
What's your wake up routine look like?
'Cause usually I just roll out of bed whenever I want to. The TV is probably already on because I have kids, and I'm sure I have somebody over to make them breakfast. Usually, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
let them.
there's three options if my count is correct at this point.
But yeah, the TV's probably blasting, and now Lola's woken up.
You got one of the kids watching Dora, except like the kid goes, "Mom, Dora's acting weird."
She's already weird. Oh, what's going on?
Do you go into the room?
Yeah.
Dora looks at the TV and says, "Yo soy Dora. You must be Lola. Can you say Lola?"
Okay, yeah, Dora is acting weird. Go into the other room and watch a different show.
Can we just take a point to establish how creepy it is for a children's show character to spontaneously say your name while dead on staring at you?
Yeah, it is creepy, and Lola is just yeah. Just the room, child, please. I don't know which kid it is, but
Sounds to me like Lola needs to call the Rustwalkers to investigate this SCP.
okay. Listen, Dora, don't scare my kid like that again.
What's wrong, Lola?
You
We're
scared
just
my
trying
kid.
to find you.
Nope.
We will find you.
Mm, I think we might just
It-
bump that up all the way up to the red right hand. Let's not involve Westwall, Chris.
You know, it occurs to me that Lola and Dora have essentially the same phonetic structure.
Well, they're both Spanish names, so yes.
True.
Okay, look, Dora. Tell me what you want and leave my kid alone.
I want the world to be mine. Can you
Yeah,
do
well,
that for me, Lola?
No.
You're the internet. You can do it yourself, goddammit.
I don't know what kind of power you think I have, but I don't. You're asking the wrong
It's
person.
easy. It's easy. Just stop fighting. Can you do that for me, Lola?
I'm gonna get a drink. And if you're still on this TV when I come back, I'm smashing it.
All the TVs in your house turn on.
Oh no.
You can smash the TV and buy another one, but that won't stop us, Lola.
I don't feel like dealing with this right now. Can you just go away? I'm tired.
All the TVs in your house shut off.
Finally. The kids are just gonna have to read. I'm not dealing with this.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so it's probably right about now that somebody starts arriving. I'm gonna say probably Amit first because he's gonna be the fastest.
Well, I
Yeah.
think everybody can just walk into my house. We all must have keys or something.
Armin definitely has a key after all the times I babysitted for you.
Noel doesn't
Yeah.
need a key. He just comes in through the fire escape.
He had a bat pole installed in the fire escape.
Amit, my TV is haunted, so you can't watch it right now.
Don't worry, my radio was too. So, French toast? French toast.
Yeah.
All right, kids, who wants to help me cook breakfast this morning?
All the kids jump on that opportunity.
There's 3 there now, right? No, 4.
June is not. June
Okay.
is like half asleep.
Okay, so the 3 younger ones.
All right.
And Lola just gets a drink.
Who else wants to arrive?
Well, on the way, caught in traffic, Sarah is on the phone with her publisher. Look, I know that you've been really excited about the new digital, paperless, environmental, pro-green situation, but I think for this next book, we should really push brick and mortar bookstores, like solid physical books made out of paper, not digital.
Does Sarah need a ride? I will retrieve Sarah.
I mean, Sarah's currently in a car stuck in traffic, so you might pull up next to the car while she's having this conversation.
I'm fine with that. Like,
If you want to do that, go ahead.
yeah,
Just leave the car there.
knock on the window.
Oh, hold on. It's a friend of mine on the road next to me. Roll down the window. You could probably get through this quicker than I can, huh?
Yeah. You want to ride?
Yeah, the guy who lent me this car is a real piece of work. This serves him right.
Hop on.
Get on the back of the motorcycle. Yeah, I'm about to be riding in a motorcycle instead of the car, so we may not be able to hear each other, but think about it. Paperback books.
Your printing costs.
Collector's
You
edition.
can charge more. Collector's edition to raise money to to subsidize the cheaper airplane novel copies that you can get in the airports for the people who don't want to pay for Wi-Fi.
Autographs. Just saying.
Okay, you sold me on this. I'll start working on it.
Hang up. Thanks for the ride, Renee. Or we're actually probably driving now, so it's thanks for the ride, Renee.
No problem.
Do you,
So you-
are you white lining the entire way, or are you using the legendary properties of this bike?
Hold on, it's about to get a little weird. Absolutely fucking using the legendary properties. Fuck this traffic.
So you're shifting through cars like a ghost and just going through everybody. There are people who are seeing this and are freaking out, and then you watch, like, if you turn around to look at them, that freak out goes away instantly.
Yeah, people. It's the mist. People just process it in like an instant.
This is so useful.
It's great, right?
Yeah. I need to get rides from you more often.
All right. While the two of you are on your way, I'm assuming Noel does his couple steps out the door and he's there. Deal.
Yep, streets take me to wherever I need to go.
So as soon as you're walking through the door, Alma's immediate response is, "Did you bring the cream cheese?"
Of course. Noel just reaches into one of the inner pockets of his trench coat and pulls out like a brick of cream cheese and just hands it to Ahmed.
Philadelphia, I can make it work. All right. So we're having cinnamon roll French toast this morning. Okay.
All the kids are just screaming with excitement.
So is
We're gonna
Noel.
get 'em
Noel's
all
like down
sugared
in
up.
between the kids, and he's just like got his hands up, and he's just like screaming with the kids too.
No, stop making it for yourself and help me roll out this dough.
Oh, he starts patting himself down.
Grab the rolling pin
My,
and
my sentient radio wanted me to deliver a note. We're supposed to meet some guy named Frederick Ponscum for a case. He'll be wearing a hoodie and he has a tattoo.
so you had me up until you said the name.
This is what the radio told me.
Look, I'm not denying you that your radio said something to you. Mine did too. But Frederick Ponscom.
That's what I got here on my notes. Oh, also we're not supposed to trust Kevin.
So should I not tell you that I'm going to gift him a cursed artifact?
I mean, that's your prerogative, but the radio said that we're not supposed to trust Kevin.
Uh-huh. Okay. So what did you want to go with the French toast? Eggs, bacon, shashuka?
Blood sausage.
All the kids are chanting, bacon, bacon, bacon.
All right. Let's see. Do I have the ingredients for blood sausage? If I don't, there's enough people here I could ask for the necessary extra
You
stuff.
probably have it, whatever you usually cook with, Lola would keep in stock.
But blood sausage.
I mean, you have about, what is it, 7 liters of blood walking around with you at all times?
We also have a mortician who regularly keeps juice boxes for no upstairs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Has a whole van full of Capri Suns.
Yeah,
Go on.
oh no. I was just saying, yeah, okay, we could probably do blood sausage.
probably right around now that Sarah and Renee show up.
Do we use the legendary powers of the motorcycle to stop inside Lola's house? Like we don't
No.
park outside, we park in the
No, we park outside. We're not
as soon
heathens.
as soon as Sarah gets off the bike, Lola, I got the coffee.
You see Lola, who's got like a decanter or some kind of dark liquor, and she's just pouring another glass of it.
Ah, that probably goes well. Here, pour some in my cup.
Yeah, you get some. Whoever wants it. TB's haunted.
That explains the day drinking.
Is it haunted or is it her?
Dora was talking to me.
Oh no, Lola.
heard-
That's just what Dora does. She breaks the fourth wall all the time. You don't have to. That doesn't
No,
mean
she-
you're.
She said my name. And was like trying to have a
You know-
conversation.
There are languages in which your name and her name would sound the same.
You know what?
Same
You-
vowels, and a flap kind of sounds like an L, a D, and an R all at the same time.
No, she turned and looked at me, said Lola, and was trying to talk me into trying to ask me to like give her what she wanted, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Did she say what she wanted?
This is
Yeah.
all sounding like a typical episode of Dora the Explorer to me, Lola.
Also, I'm gonna retcon something here. She also said, "Can you say global domination?"
Oh, that's my favorite episode.
Just because I thought about it right now, but a retcon that she did say that to you.
Yeah, well, she said it, and I like it, so I told her to leave, and all the TVs turned off.
Oh, that's just the voice commands we had installed.
Yeah, I'm just going to drink this.
Your kid's like, yeah, it's just like me with my screen name on the Xbox. Xbox shut off.
Do you need another Xbox?
Without
No, it's fine. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
without saying anything, I put a cup of coffee, a travel cup of coffee, next to the stove where Amit is.
Instead of Lola getting it, now it's Amit.
No, Lola already got hers. It's another
Oh,
cup.
so it's
Oh, thank
so you
you.
literally just had one of those travel containers of coffee just sitting in front of you on the motorcycle.
I figure they're sealed and in a backpack just for
Okay.
ease of imagining.
I love it.
So let's just make sure we have the full scene painted out here. We have a bunch of kids,
They're missing.
and we have a bunch of kids, and rolling out dough for cinnamon rolls. We have Lola sitting at pretty much the serving counter, day drinking. We have Amit with a sword on his back at the stove, cooking up enough food to feed an army.
Why don't we have fan art of this yet?
I'm trying to get us fan art.
Can someone
It's me. I'm the one who's gonna draw the fan art.
I mean, I could touch base with my buddy. I haven't had him do anything.
Oh,
for us for a
Parrot,
while.
get Parrot to draw it.
Yeah,
Parrot will do it justice.
Give me the details, and I'll see if I can get Parrot to do something.
Okay, let's see. What is Renee doing during this scene? Because we have Sarah walking around passing out coffees.
Renee has probably got her newspaper out and is trying to see if there's any updates on the newspaper. Because shit's being weird this morning, so we're seeing if anything else is being weird.
I need you to
the
roll
whole reason for
investigate.
day drinking?
I was just
Okay,
gonna
let me
ask,
get my dice.
Do the cranes control the newspaper too?
Not my newspaper.
Not Renee's newspaper, but they own KTRL owns the newspaper publishing company.
Yellow or black?
Yellow.
Yellow it is. All right, let me.
I wanted to be a
I think
rebel.
eventually Sarah will grab the society pages of the newspaper, and if I may also roll investigate while looking at the society pages.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lola's just want to have her drink because this is too much for 7 o'clock in the morning.
It's not day drinking, it's brunch.
At some point, I probably would have made Lola a mimosa, a proper one.
You see, that's better than just drinking heavier stuff.
And that's exactly why I was making it for Lola, so she doesn't kill her liver too quickly.
Oh, gee.
But she's not worried about the liver.
I don't think I have anything that could really cover investigate. So I'm gonna raw dog my investigate and see what it says. 7.
Phrasing.
That's 7.
And then for Sarah, what do you got?
I was thinking I would roll. You don't realize I'm revealing your secrets. Grist for the story mill, and implacable memory, and use the weakness tag. Revelations lead to consequences. That sound about right?
That sounds great.
Yeah, my kid is geared towards a different toolkit.
This is exactly what Sarah was built for. 11.
Perfect.
I am, yes. Thank you for noticing.
So for Renee, you notice that your newspaper is almost completely blank. You're getting little to no information. For Sarah, on the other hand, you notice that there's a bunch of high-end events going on. There's going to be a charity gala that's happening in downtown in the next couple of days that people are getting super hyped about. You also see that there is a huge investigation into Lazarus Labs being involved with a known drug called Revelation. You're also seeing that there are some high society people that are kind of tied to this, one of which is Annette Crane, fabled recluse and owner of Crane Industries.
She's either getting sloppy or she's trying to set something up.
You also see that Crane Industries had made a statement about it, saying that they had no prior knowledge of Lazarus Labs' intentions or production. So it looks like they're just completely separating from the organization.
This is at least the second week in a row that they've been making this assertion. They must be really facing up against the wall. Revelation. Have I taken Revelation before?
No, I don't think you have.
Do you all know about a drug called Revelation?
Yeah.
No, do you have any on you?
Yeah, here you go.
What is this?
So
I've not had it before, which surprises me.
If you look at this, the vial is a purple liquid with a metallic swirl to it.
You know that I think it's like a kind of like a wine liqueur. It's like blue, and when you like swirl it, it looks like there's like silver swirling through it.
Syrah.
Yeah,
I mean,
hypnotic.
A hypnotic.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's kind of
any liquor with edible glitter in it?
I mean, that's effectively what it is.
Yeah. Okay, but what does it do? I've had most drugs.
Well, then it just does what most drugs do. It makes you feel good.
Yes, but some
No.
drugs make you feel good sensual. Some drugs make you feel good emotional. Some drugs make you feel good seeing dragons.
What do you
Emotional and seeing dragons, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, you pick the high you want, this is what you're gonna get.
No, please do not advertise Revelation that hard in the presence of kids.
Hey kids,
Also,
drugs are bad. Don't do Revelation. Maybe
also,
cocaine in your 20s, but don't do Revelation.
Kids do not do drugs.
This is not the worst thing I've ever heard,
also,
and that makes
no,
me sad.
here's your blood sausage, Wasella style.
Oh, thank
Hold
you.
the garlic.
Appreciate it.
Don't
Uh,
try to sell my kids drugs. None of you. Or I'll like take my hammer to you.
I'm not selling the kids drugs. I'm giving drugs to the adults.
Right now,
Do you want to look beyond the mist at this?
I want to look beyond the mist of
Alright.
Revelation. You know me.
Do it. Roll plus mythos.
Yep, that's a 9.
Lola,
Okay.
you know Uncle Noel. I would never lead your kids down a bad path.
Yeah, just so you know if you do, and you like Lola like makes her necklace into the hammer.
Look, kids. Has Uncle Noel ever led you guys down a bad path?
Yes.
Distractedly while looking beyond the mist. You know the burner's still on, Lola. If you want to heat it up first.
Quick question, Lola. Does the hammer face say ban? Like big bold letters
Yes.
sticking out of it? Alright. Anyways, for your look beyond the mist, as you're looking at this, your vision starts to fill with that purple swirl, and you can see it moving around in there. It has legendary properties, but from what is hard to tell. Go ahead and ask your questions.
I'm asking my investigate questions or from look through the mythos.
Look beyond the mist. So it's
Okay.
plus mythos.
Yeah, I rolled a 9, so I have 1 clue. Yeah, what does it actually do on a mystical level?
It increases your given abilities tenfold. It's
And
also extremely addictive.
Yeah, looks like Noel's ad campaign was right. I hate it when marketing is right.
Look, I will preface this. It is very highly addictive.
I know.
I would be very careful with this. If this is your first time, I would just dip your finger in there a little bit and rub it on your gums and call it good.
Just a gummer.
Okay, I will make it known that I'm resisting taking out my dentures right now.
One more question. Noel, do you pull out your version of the drug since you and Mads have been making stim?
I mean, yeah, why not? I'll have both. So this is Revelation. This is better Revelation.
Which you've seen stim before.
You've seen stim.
Better how?
Have you done stim before?
Don't think so.
Well,
Again, rare.
It's not nearly as addictive as Revelation.
That is the most surprising thing I've ever heard you say, Noel. To describe that as better.
Well, I don't want my people getting so hooked on it that they can't afford it, and then they're dying off. I want them to.
That is the smartest thing I have ever heard you say, Noel.
So I will give you these 2 little vials. Be very careful. Do not do them in the presence of children. And enjoy. Also.
So what do these have to? Go ahead.
It's just a known standing fact that if you need more, just talk to Mads. Tell him I sent you, and it will be totally comped.
What does this have to do with Annette?
So real quick, before you get on that, as part of your look beyond the mist, you also notice that Stim is significantly weaker compared to Revelation.
Nola's going to break the fourth wall and tell the all-seeing eye that he does not appreciate the negative campaign against his product.
Who are you talking to?
Just the voices. Just the voices.
The voices in your heads.
Anyway, what is Revelation or Dollar Store Revelation have to do with Annette? Anyone?
I think Revelation is actually made out of Lazarus Labs. At least,
Yeah.
I have a hunch.
Annette has had to deny that there was any further connection for at least 2 weeks. Somebody's not taking her word for it.
Lazarus Labs has a habit of being found in incriminating places.
Wasn't that lab that we saved people from not that long ago taking people's blood to make Revelation?
Yes.
That was before
Well-
I joined the group, I guess.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
They weren't taking people's blood, they were feeding Revelation into ribs. Right? That was.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a two-prong operation. They were feeding them to control them while synthesizing more of the drug.
So they were
a
null.
more succinct explanation.
So they were null only on an industrial scale.
Yeah, for the most part.
No,
And,
Sarah will actually say that to the group after the explanation.
Yes.
At this point, Annette denying their involvement is this long is getting suspicious.
That was suspicious?
There's a lot suspicious. I'm trying to find threads here. You all have been doing this longer than I have.
Fair enough, fair enough. I apologize.
Tell me about Lazarus Labs, Revelation, this gala that I think Annette's going to be at.
I think that there is something else that we need to talk about. I got a call today from an Eric Alaska. Says that they
Oh,
need
okay,
to
now I
close
see
the
it.
deal with Annette. See what?
Well, No was also contacted via his haunted radio about us needing to meet up and keep somebody alive. He butchered the name, though.
I did not butcher the name. They told me his name was Frederick Pondscum. He'll be in a hoodie and he has a tattoo. They also told me not to trust Kevin.
Why can't we trust Kevin?
I don't know. You'll have to ask the radio.
I very much doubt the radio was sentient.
Look, I will take you back to my office and you can have this discussion with the radio.
So is like all of our tech sentient right now? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. What's that? Hey, Dora.
Y'all, it's Annette.
Yeah, I see that. I can see that.
I don't think it's just Annette anymore.
What are you thinking?
Well, if somebody else contacted Noel through the radio, doesn't seem like it was Annette.
Oh no, what kind of radio do you have?
Hold on. It's like an old, like, 1920s, like, tube radio.
Wouldn't that be on different tech than like a more modern radio?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Maybe different frequencies, but not different tech.
I have it's a Kellogg is the one that I have.
But
I think it wouldn't have
cereal
AM,
company?
if I recall correctly. The Kellogg brothers were very wealthy, and I think one of them left the company shortly after they received. This is real story. Shortly
But
after
it
they
wouldn't
were present
be-
at the channeling of the pre-fascist first UFO cult text, holy text, which is a thing they actually did, and went off and founded his own company. So maybe.
I just want to point out that this is very on brand for Singularity and Singularity games. At least somewhere in most of our games, we have a hidden history lesson. Just we like to be educational.
So you all should look up the Urantia book. It was channeled by a spirit medium with amongst the Kellogg brothers, who were Seventh-day Adventists, which are religious of the time. Were religious weirdos. They're not anymore, but of the time, that's what they were. And it is very complicated and very weird. And it's the first American ufological religion, and it is very much proto-fascist in its origins. Very much pre-fascist because it was like late 19th century rather than early 20th. But anyway.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Urantia, Urantia. They still exist. Celestial Seasonings is connected to them, actually.
Jeez. They use that.
Yeah, they used to have quotes from the Urantia book on their packaging.
Holy crap.
That,
I never knew that.
I like their tea.
Yeah. All right. Before we get completely sidetracked.
Before we tangent. Anyway, Barrett Glascombe said he had said he would be able to help us deal with it. Supposed to meet him at noon at 28th and Sycamore.
Are you sure it was him?
It was a restricted number. He said that he knew.
So no.
No, I don't know. So we are taking a massive gamble. I think that we can get all the help we can.
Seems like we only have 2 leads, that and the Scala, and the Scala is a weak lead at most.
Do we think that Annette will show for the Scotland?
All-seeing eye, is that, remind me, is that what I got from that? I got distracted by all of our crosstalk.
There is no indication as to whether or not Crane Consolidated is participating. They said they are a contributor to the foundation for the charity, but there's no indication that they'll be there.
At this point, I'm not certain if she'll be there in the flesh, but I'm fairly certain she'll be there in the electrons. However, it's connected to the Crane Foundation charity, which is obviously her efforts. What was that, Amit?
I was going to say, if nothing else, there will probably be a representative of the Crane Foundation there for that. I'm on board with trying our chances with Labscom. Eric.
Yeah, it seems like the way to go. Just need to be prepared in case it's a trick.
What does Lola and Noel have to say on that?
I just need more syrup. More syrup was what I say.
Lola, what are you drinking?
Big
I
cup
don't-
of syrup?
Please don't tell me you, instead of drinking the pomegranate mimosa I made you, you grabbed a bottle of syrup.
No, this is.
They do make maple syrup whiskey. It does exist and very popular in Canada.
No, this is for the French toast when it's ready.
Maple syrup whiskey is also disgusting to my palate.
I hear pomegranate mimosas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Be good.
Yeah, pomegranate was an inspired choice, by the way, on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I probably should be focusing on this, but just tell me what to beat with my hammer, and I'll do it.
Sarah starts to point at Noel and stops.
No, I don't hit friends with hammers unless they get on my nerves too much.
Sarah starts to point at Noel and stops.
No, Noel hasn't hit that point yet.
I mean, I guess we should probably go find this pond scum guy. I was told we want to keep him alive.
Were you told what's trying to kill him?
No. The radio tends to just tell me what it thinks I need to know. I keep telling it that it would get better success contacting Kevin, but again, it doesn't trust Kevin, so...
So, can I roll some? Like, can we figure out who this pond scum guy's name actually is?
I'm telling you,
I mean,
it's Eric.
Okay.
actually, legit for Sarah, it would be a do I know someone by that name? Knowing Sarah.
You do not.
Okay, not even a roll.
Nope, not even. Don't know anybody with the last name Lascom.
Okay.
I'll make a shot in the dark. Do I know anybody with the last name Lascom?
Roll me and investigate.
I'm slapping it with knows everybody, as you know.
Would Lola know anybody with that?
Roll me and investigate.
Okay.
Can I ask my newspaper?
Roll me and investigate.
Does Lola have...
What
an
if
old
I
mic-
said no?
You just
So
have
I
like
got a 9.
Okay.
Does Lola
I
have
also
an...
got a 9.
Okay.
investigate. Let's see. Would I be able to use like criminal activities or leader of the mafia at all for that?
Criminal activities, yes. Leader of the
Okay.
mafia, no.
So that's 1, 2. So that and feeling lucky. And I probably need to get some dice out for that. I better not touch that. It'll knock over. I have a box of dice holding up the camera so it doesn't fall.
You're a real actual play streamer.
I got 11, plus 2, 13.
Ooh, is it dynamite?
I don't think I have dynamite. Let's see.
Okay.
Lovely roll.
So, Lola, you've heard about a gang way back in the day from Johnny known as the Technocrats. You've heard the name Eric come up before. Whether or not this Eric is still affiliated with the Technocrats is a completely different story. For Amit, you've heard from a couple of your friends over at the Shogunate and from Marcella about the Technocrats. You know that they were a gang that holds a seat at the table of 9, and you've also heard that at one point they had a guy who was capable of some very strange time manipulation. For Renee, you look into your newspaper and you're getting redacted files. These redactions cannot be undone.
Rude.
They are director level access, which you have, but you cannot unredact them.
Extra rude. When am I getting my meeting?
whenever you want. You could call the director right now if you really wanted to.
I was expecting them to call me.
Surprisingly, it's been very quiet, especially since there's no other communications on your newspaper.
That is suspicious. Extra suspicious.
So, question: how long would it take for me to get a whole bunch of aluminum foil delivered?
You have Amazon now.
Let's
Probably
say
like
get
half hour.
a bunch in like.
Amazon Now thing back in 2010.
Oh no, that's true. No, it wasn't. So yeah, you would have to just go down to the store and buy a bunch of.
Crap. Okay. She wants to
There's-
like put a foil a room up so that it doesn't.
There is a restaurant supply place just up the road, I'm sure.
Okay. I'm not going to go to this. I'll just pay somebody to go to the store and get a bunch of foil.
You can pay June.
Make June do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey June, you want to earn $100?
Yeah.
Can you go to the store and pick up a bunch of foil? I'll give you my card.
How much is a bunch?
I want to cover the extra room in foil.
Okay. And just grabs the card and skips out.
Who needs a tinfoil hat when you've got a tinfoil room?
Did you
It's a thing, so.
just send a potentially emotionally unstable kid with a card whose upper limit as probably unknown, unsupervised to a store?
Yeah. I trust
Should
her.
I go with her?
No, I trust her. It's fine.
Okay.
She's had a lot of people not trust her, so I'm trusting her.
Okay.
Feel like you're missing some nuance, but okay.
I'm treating her like I would one of my kids. I'm trusting her, giving her normalcy. And if she doesn't come back, if she goes on a shopping spree, then she's what, 19?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what 19-year-olds do. I just hope I get my foil.
I'm fairly sure you're going to get your foil, but if she comes back with an extra car,
Well, then she has a car, and I'm not buying her another one.
Call it a graduation present.
For the next 2 graduations.
Congrats, you escaped homelessness.
Here's the car. So yeah. What's next for you guys? What's the plans?
I mean, we've got a few hours until it's noon.
Yeah, I'm hoping I get the foil for the room because I think I forgot. It's supposed to like block out extra signals, right?
Yeah, if I recall correctly, they use foil for blocking RFID scans and stuff like that.
I use foil to block out the voices.
how well does that work for you?
It doesn't.
Yeah, it
Right.
blocks its magnetic fields. So it might be a place where a net can't go, hopefully.
I'm
It's
going to
good
go
thing.
look up how to make a proper Faraday cage.
Yeah, all my brain is telling me is foil right now. I know there's got to be other stuff that you add to it.
Sarah's gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Go for it. Go for it.
Sarah's gonna get on the phone and start calling around high society types, finding out who's gonna be at the gala, what's the deal with the gala, what rumors are flying around the gala, who's got plans for the gala, who's got plans for the gala, who's trading in favors, who's hiring the prostitutes, which drugs they're supplying, etc., 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 etc.
Okay. Roll me an investigate for that.
Let's see. You don't realize I'm revealing your secrets. Access. Actually, no. Yeah, you don't realize I'm revealing your secrets. Pretty pointless jewels like me. And facade of aristocratic uncaring.
Yep.
And it is dynamite because I have who's the boss.
Nice.
And would this count as making a move with the object of my defining relationship at my side?
Yes.
So, at once per session, I can trade a misresult for a 7 to 9. Doesn't matter because I got a 9.
Okay. What are your 3 questions?
First one is what kind of dirty plans are being made, being laid? Like looking for grist for the story mill. First question.
So it looks like from a couple of your contacts, aside from trying to raise money for charity, it's more of a let's trade in secrets kind of deal. There's going to be a lot of corporate people there who are trying to do some trading behind the scenes, and they're using the gala as a front. You know this because your contact is also involved in that. They're buying secrets as blackmail.
Okay. What is Crane's actual purpose? Because corporations never just give away money. What is their actual purpose with the gala? Because it's their charity, right?
Yes, it's actually their charity. So the Crane Foundation is looking at making sure that kids are getting, food in schools, medical care, stuff like that. They're also doing cancer research, although now they're looking at diversifying away from Lazarus Labs. So it looks like part of that is going into starting up a new research facility to be able to do cancer research and biomed tech research.
So the question was what was underlying all of that, what the benefit to them was what I had been asking.
Yeah, so the benefit to them is not just tax write-off, but also information. They're getting information from everybody who donates.
Okay. And the last one would be I guess the last one will be who from Crane is going to be there.
Sandra Crane. She is the head reporter at KTRL.
How is she? Do I know how she's related to the other 2 Cranes?
Actually, yes, you would. Given your society status, you have heard through the grapevine that Sandra Crane is Annette's mother.
And she's going to be there as a reporter, you said?
No, she's the host.
Is it possible while calling around to get access to both the secret trading and to relatively private audience with Sandra?
With a little finagling, they can probably make something happen.
Okay. Not even a roll. Sweet.
Yeah. It's going to be an exchange of favor. They can get you in, your contact can get you in to be able to get into this trading, but they're going to need something from you later.
Look, I already told you that I don't do that kind of thing.
No, not like that. Listen, you sign a book for me, all right?
That's all you want is an autograph? I thought you were gonna want something like we've talked about before, and
No.
frankly,
no.
it just
sign a book for me. That's all I want. It's for my niece.
okay. What if I But if I send you a proof copy, the kind that I have to look over for errors before it gets published?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you. And then we'll hang up and turn to the rest, whoever's still around, and explain. The gala is a front for mostly secrets trading. Crane is sucking up secrets with the donations, and other corporations, corporate types, are trading them around for blackmail and espionage and all of the various things that you can trade a secret for. Remarkably few drugs and prostitutes, actually. I'm kind of shocked. Makes me wonder what the secrets being traded are. I got us a place at the table of the secret trading, and Annette's mom is going to be there. So I thought
that's gonna be fun.
Thought it useful to get us a one-on-one with her. She thinks we're connecting on the basis of journalism and publishing, but I'll be able to talk with her privately.
Things like that were so underhanded.
I couldn't hear you, Meg.
Didn't know things like that were so underhanded.
Charity galas? Oh, they're the most underhanded. There's in one of my books, I describe the castle sewer paradox. The nicer the event, the more generous the event, the more shining and honorable and noble the event, the more likely it is to have foul purposes and intentions. Whereas the more disgusting and low down and filthy and grimy the event, points at Lola, the more likely to be beneficial and noble and good.
What are you trying to say?
I know who you used to work for, Lola.
Used to work for? Lola ran them.
And so does everybody know what you used to do, Lola. I guess.
Whatever. Can I have another mimosa?
Sure. I made a whole picture.
Lola's just gonna have another.
Look, the only reason why I know that looks to see where Renee is technically because me and Noah have a seat on the Council of 9.
Hate that council.
You might as well say it a bit louder.
Damn it, I thought you were out of the room.
I'm about to leave. I have to make a phone call.
Like any good cop, I'm sure she's tied in with organized crime already.
You know what? I'm leaving. And Lola just
Not a cop.
Lola stormed out, so you know, storms off her room.
As Lola,
Takes the picture with her.
as you storm off, June comes back and she's got like 6 boxes of foil, like 1,000 yards apiece.
Thanks, June. I knew you did a great job.
Like, she hands you back the receipts with the card.
Thanks. And wait, Lola can't just send her $100, can she?
She said, "Don't worry about it." And there was one of the receipts is for some food that she got.
I'm still gonna give her whatever cash I can find, like a stack of cash.
She bought food while she was out. No, well, Ahmed is cooking food to rival a 5-star kitchen.
Oh, by the way, June, you can have some French toast. These people made me mad, so I'm just going off to my room for a little bit to sulk.
Did you look at the receipt for the food?
No.
Okay.
Sarah will.
She got a tomahawk steak as well as like some Wagyu. It's easily like $250.
June,
Say
come
more
here.
shit.
June, if it's a one-time chance to spend however much of your mom's money, mom, I guess, money, buy something lasting. Only splurge on the food when it's ongoing money without a limit.
Not to
You could have
mention,
bought
I
a
could have probably made a
car.
better steak.
You
Looking
could have bought
over
a
at Sarah's
car.
shoulder.
You could have bought any number of things, a video game system,
Okay,
any number of things that
but
would last.
I'm not going to abuse the hospitality of somebody who's taking care of me. I'm just literally getting something nice for myself because I went out and did a favor and they were going to pay me for it and this was the payment.
Okay.
Like, I just need to wait for my lawyers, the whole lawyer thing to kick in so I can get my money.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna treat yourself, you should know how to treat yourself well. That's all I'm saying.
I am not going to abuse my hospitality, okay? They're letting me stay here. I help take care of the kids. Eventually, I'm going to get to rebuild my house, and I'm going to get to have my life back. I'm not gonna screw over Miss Lola just because they gave me their black card to go buy stuff.
I'm not saying screw her over. I'm saying it's a black card. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm saying I could have made you a better steak.
It's a tomahawk and some wagyu. You can make some amazing steak with this.
Not if you don't know what you're doing.
I know how to cook. Maybe not as good as Amit, but I can cook.
Oh, she bought the steak.
Yeah, she bought. She didn't buy it cooked. She bought.
Oh. So we were both under the impression she actually bought the steak.
Oh no! She bought from the store. She got fresh.
Never mind. I'm gonna retract my statement because that doesn't make any sense anymore.
No, it makes sense.
One moment.
So,
the yellow salt because you all made her mad talking about these people that took away her job.
Fair and valid.
So Renee, you go outside for a call.
Yeah, Renee's going outside for a call. Gonna call the director.
Yes, agent.
Hi, director. I was just curious to see if there was actually anything coming up or if things were just as eerily silent on your end as well.
We have a lot going on.
Why is my newspaper blank?
I don't know. You getting no information?
Nothing.
Interesting. I'll get with the perching team, see if I can't find out what's going on. Might be being blocked.
All right.
Keep your eyes open, just in case.
Have you heard about an Eric Laskin?
Where are you?
Lola's.
I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Be expecting you.
Phone hangs up immediately.
Guess she is just kind of waiting outside.
Takes less than a couple minutes. Director just walks right up. Where'd you hear that name from?
I got a phone call from him today.
Interesting.
Said he could help us deal with the Annette problem.
That's even more interesting. Eric is, that situation's complicated. But it all stems back to everything that happened with Longinus. He's a brilliant hacker, worked with the technocrats. He was the one that was able to get into a lot of the gatekeeper security stuff. It's probably also why you're not getting a whole lot of communications. That being said, we put him into witness protection. And I thought that we moved him far enough out of the city that he'd stay away, but apparently not. If he's trying to get a hold of you, he is a valuable asset. We need to keep him alive.
I'll make sure that he is kept alive. Supposed to be meeting him today.
You're gonna need some backup.
Well, I've got the usual group.
All right. You know how to get a hold of me.
I need you. I'll call.
Be careful with this one. You're gonna get a lot of information, but it's gonna make your life even more difficult.
How these things generally tend to go. He did say that he knows who I am. He is the one jamming my newspaper.
He had
I guess that
access to
makes sense.
everything in the Gatekeeper archives. Agent reports, psych evals, physical statuses, research, everything. He was able to hack into it. We thought it was physically impossible for non-gatekeepers to be able to do that.
So he is strong. As strong as the sisters.
What's interesting is he's not using any legendary means to do it.
It's just innate then.
Yeah. He may have been helping the sisters be able to get in there, and he was using their abilities to do so, but whatever he did was loud. Everybody across the Gatekeeper organization heard about it.
Problem. Hopefully it won't attract too much of Annette's attention.
You kidding me? If he's back out in the city, then that's probably got all eyes on him.
It's a problem. She's already watching us.
Then you might want to get to him quickly.
I'll see if I can't get the team rolling.
Good luck. And he starts walking out.
She's gonna head back inside.
All right. So y'all enjoying a nice cinnamon roll French toast breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Can I go out and get my plate and then storm off to my room again?
You come out and Sarah just holds the plate up to you to grab what before you storm out.
Okay. I'll accept that. I didn't mean to kill the conversation.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. You didn't kill conversation. So, what's the plan? Eh?
I
First
just
things
spoke.
first is Eric, right? Okay, sorry.
I just spoke with the director. Apparently, he was involved with. Eric was involved with the original attack for Longinus with Annette and her sister when they hacked into the gatekeeper system.
He was a technocrat too.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Fairly sure he
Like
was.
the
yeah, he was.
like the anti-democracy movement from the 30s.
Not quite.
No, one of the gangs from when Johnny was in hood.
There's a gang named after a movement that wanted to demolish democracy in the 1930s.
Are you that surprised?
No, frankly, no. You know, Elon Musk's grandfather was a part of that movement.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
So, who are the technocrats? Tell me about the technocrats. Who are they?
Technically, they are one of the smaller gangs that only really hold territory around Lazarus Labs for obvious reasons. They don't really push for territorial expansion. They technically still have a seat on the council.
So they're Lazarus Labs, is what you're telling me.
They're pretty much Lazarus Labs, yes.
Do they put on funny masks when they do violent things? Is that what? Anyway.
Not all gangs do violent things correctly.
About what time
You're
is
right.
it now?
10:30, 11.
Well, my weapon room is open if you all need weapons so you don't die. But please don't.
I can't make any promises.
Okay. That's your loss.
Marcelo would kill me if I died.
Checking
Lily, you
the
probably see
time.
like a chilled blood expression across Sarah's face when you say that. Sorry, Meg.
I was gonna say with checking the time. Renee's gonna say with traffic the way it is, we may want to consider leaving soon.
Are we taking one of my cars?
It's big enough to fit everyone.
I think one of them, the one that we take to. I'll just have to get the soccer balls out the back.
I'm gonna go on my motorcycle just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that while you all discuss things that I'm not supposed to hear. And we'll
Nolan and I could probably head on ahead and scope out the site.
Why would you think that you're not supposed to hear something, Nova?
I'm just being salty. Do you all need anything else from me other than weapons and a vehicle?
Well, we want you to be with us.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm still mad about the council thing.
Why are you mad at the council thing? You should be mad at your own game for kicking you out.
Yeah, I'm mad at them too.
Kicking you out? Weren't you in charge of them?
Yeah. Yeah, and they kicked me out.
Look, they operated by pirate rules. They voted. They kicked out the captain.
It was a bloodless coup.
Anarcho-democratic gangs?
Gangs are usually a lot more organized than you would give them credit for when they get established.
I'm not the ones that I've interacted with.
They're
Theoretically,
not established.
no, the ones I've interacted with are pretty established.
Different context, semantics. Let's move on.
So yeah, I'm really salty about getting, fired, kicked out, whatever you call it.
All right.
And I'm just, so weapons, car, um, I don't know what else we need. Maybe some of the spoil. I don't know what the foil's going to do, but
So I will give everybody a plus. It's going to be one story tag for weapons and one story tag for body armor.
right, because we do have body armor.
Ooh.
Or do I still have protected heart, or did that go away?
That went away.
So since we know we can't trust our texting, but that's the best way to keep in contact, should we have like some kind of code, perhaps? Or just some kind of easy abbreviation so that we don't have to give out more information than we need to?
I think we should just go ahead and use the city's carrion pigeon network.
Do we
But-
have carrier pigeons?
But that's so unreliable, and they only go to one spot. Well,
Yeah, so we just tie the messages we need, and someone waits in that spot, and then they can tie the messages, and we'll be fine.
Look, if I had a way to tie you into the Mist network, I would, but I can't do that.
Why not?
They frown upon it.
Who is-
Okay, but it's just frowns, then you could probably do it, right?
It's also like an actual implant thing, I think. Or a jewelry piece, I don't know.
yeah, I'm not signing up for invasive surgery today.
Probably take longer than an hour anyway.
I don't have the means to give it to you. That's the short answer.
All right. I mean, and that's only the internet. We could probably find. Well, no, she's contacted us. She just the internet or telecommunications. I'm trying to figure this out now.
You don't know that.
Because with the whole TV and radio thing, that's something that makes me feel that it's more the entire industry of telecommunications, not just the internet.
There's not much of a difference nowadays.
In 2010 there was a bit of a more
There's
of
a
a
huge
difference.
difference, yeah. Well, all that discussion and more when we come back after break.
All right, and live.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's jump back into the action as everybody is feasting on their cinnamon roll French toast. What is the plan here, you guys? It sounded like you guys are going to split up and start doing like some recon and getting into position.
I believe that was the plan. Last I heard, first we hit Lola's Armory, it stocked up. You already gave us those points for that. And then I had suggested Noel and I going on ahead, but mainly because we'll probably get there the fastest because of our shenanigans.
Yep.
Okay. So, is there any complaints about that idea, or do you want to arrive as a group?
Recon before the meeting might be a good idea.
All right. Sounds like me and Nola are going to be the recon team.
So, with the two of you heading out first, what about the rest of you? Are you guys traveling together? Oh, wait, no. It was going to be Renee on their motorcycle with Lola and Sarah in Lola's SUV, right?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just made sure there was room to like grab people up if I needed to.
Okay.
So I probably took the soccer gear out the back.
Good
But
plan.
not the Capri Suns.
No, I've got the two different coolers now.
All right. Probably a good thing. All right. So for Noel and Amit, Noel, I know you're doing your walk anywhere you want deal. Amit, how are you getting there?
The same way I usually get around anywhere in the city. Across the rooftops.
Cool. I'm gonna have the two of you roll me an investigate.
All right, let's see.
Okay. Let's see and investigate. What would help in this particular situation? Yeah, let's go with good listener.
I'm gonna go with tracking and street cred.
All right.
I guess professional courtesy and knows everybody would also still help with this one.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so I got a 10.
Okay.
12.
Damn. All right. So for Amit, you've got a bird's eye view directly below you. You're about 2-3 stories up right now. You actually notice an old face or an old friend of yours, Len. He's got a box of pastries that he's trying to deliver.
All right.
You know, the meat pies.
Okay.
Yeah. But he has a very specific lady friend with him.
Oh. I worked for her for a little while.
Huh. That's not good.
Why is that not good? She doesn't have the thing.
I'm thinking of a different lady friend then.
That's
Because-
Angela.
And yeah, like I said, I was thinking of a different one because with Meg saying something, I was thinking, oh crap. Oh, one of
And
the,
then the seamstress.
yeah, the seamstress. No.
I thought the seamstress at first too.
No. Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to mislead you.
Okay, so, well, good to see Angela is doing pretty well for herself now.
That part of
Especially
my backstory never came up.
Outside of that, the two of you get to ask a bunch of questions.
Okay. Let's see. Well, my first question is: do we see any immediate threats?
You see some suspicious looking folks that look like they could be threats, but immediate, no.
I'm trying to remember how many questions do I get with 10.
It's per power.
Okay. Can I see Eric yet?
You do see somebody who fits the description. They are currently holding up in a land cafe.
Now, this is a bit of a stretch. Are there any rifts I do not recognize in the area?
I mean, there's a number of rifts there, but you do notice that there are at least two people who are very or like their focus seems to be on that one location.
All right. Well, those are my 3 questions.
What about you, Noel?
Mm, I guess the first thing I'd be looking for is the easiest ways in and out of this area.
It's a busy cross street, lots of cars, lots of buses and traffic. On top of that, there's lots of alleyways that people can run in and out of.
And do I see anybody, like, do we see anybody posted up on any of the buildings, like, watching?
Yeah, and this will be a part of the one that Amit asked. You see that there are two people currently keeping an eye on this LAN cafe.
Okay. I can't think of any other questions. Does the land cafe look easily flammable?
I mean, probably yes.
Noted. Yeah, I can't think of any other questions right now. I can basically just want to make sure we have safe in and out, and if we need to, we can cause some distractions to make sure we get it in and out.
All right. So you guys are going to keep your distance?
It's probably the smartest thing to do, unless Amit decides we need to go in there without everybody else.
No. Until I see something that would prompt us to go in, we're going to stick out here until everybody shows up.
All right. So I think the first person to get there then would be Renee, given the bike's properties. Renee, you get on site, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a heavy traffic going in one direction, but it's fairly easy going down the cross street. And then for Lola and Sarah, you guys are stuck in traffic at this point.
So I'm thinking of doing a crossover book with Noel. Do you think he'd want to write one with me?
You should talk to Noel.
That's a cold response.
Okay, so yes, why don't you talk to Noel about writing a crossover? It'll be super fun.
You're mad at me, aren't you?
Slightly, but we
You
can
know
have a
why
talk.
that. You know why that freezes my blood, right?
I'm not going to harm you. I've told you this before.
Yes, and I've seen many people get told that they were not going to be harmed. It's
That means
rarely true.
that means you don't trust me, and that makes me upset too. So we have a once we get past this traffic, can't you do something about this traffic?
I'm not Renee. I tell stories.
Well, tell a story about no traffic.
They're not going to hear me, Lola. Look, Lola, I know I'm playing a dangerous game, and I know you've seen through the dangerous game, so you have to understand that I cannot trust you. Fully.
You know you can walk.
I'm trying to get us to a point of being able to move forward, Lola.
You have to show some trust for that. I've shown you plenty of trust.
I'm trying to build trust with this conversation, in actual fact, but I guess we'll just wait in silence.
So you can, you know, realize I'm not going to hurt you. I have no reason to lie to you. We're on the same.
I'm not going to hurt you as a sentence like, I'm a safe person. It's rarely true.
You know, it's on you to trust me. I know you're not going to hurt me, but you just came.
Everything you say sounds like a threat, Lola.
I'm sorry you're so intimidated by me. That's not my problem.
No, it's my problem. I know that. That's my problem, is that it's my problem.
I mean, if you want to walk, you can. There's some snacks in the back. Keep the contact with us because I don't want you to get hurt. Please.
I'm staying in the car a little bit.
Traffic starts moving again.
I think we told a story about no traffic long enough. What do you think?
But I don't know how your power works. I just know that it does.
All right. And then, like, I'm letting the conversation pass at that point.
As all of you, or as the two of you pull up towards that intersection, Noel and Amit, you notice that Lascom's starting to move outside of the cafe. He immediately looks at Renee's position and starts walking towards them.
No, I'm going to maintain my Overwatch position up here. If you want to go down and join up with Renee and them, feel free to do so.
No, I think I'm good up here.
All right. So my attention is going to be split between watching Eric move as well as our two suspicious figures in the rooftops. Seeing what they're going to do.
They're still watching.
Have we pulled up already, did you say?
Yep.
I would want Sarah to give a scan about to see, with Sarah's background of being very low class and running in very high class, to see if anything is socioeconomically out of place.
Roll me and investigate.
Yeah. Anyone or anything, I should say.
Yeah.
Grist for the story mill. If not me, then they'll kill you. And that's my trick cap. I'm always afraid.
Okay.
I kind of don't want to put any weakness tags, but I could see you forcing me to put always being watched in there.
Yeah, you know I was going to do it.
All right, so +2. It is dynamite, though, because it's investigating.
Okay.
And in fact, I hit the dynamite with a 13.
Damn. Okay.
Dynamite! What are the dynamite effects of investigate again?
I would need to look.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up. But I'm going to be a bit slow.
Okay, let's see here. Change the game. Face danger. Investigate. Dynamite. Where's dynamite?
It's the last thing in the entry. If your move is dynamite on a 12+, your investigation reveals a key detail. The MC will reveal the most valuable detail in the scene that your investigation could reveal. You can then use your clues to ask follow-up questions or other questions as usual.
key detail is several blocks up the street, there is a Maserati that is parked. Most of these cars here are either run down or, barely looking any sort of good. And this is a pristine car.
Do I see who's in the car? Can I see who's in the car?
No, not from this distance.
Did that burn a clue?
No, that was part of the dynamite.
Probably part of the dynamite as well. Is the car running?
It is not.
How does Eric fit in socioeconomically?
He doesn't look like he's dressed either poorly or very rich. He's trying to be as nondescript as possible. So it's plain black hoodie, plain black pants, maybe some Converse and a backpack. So he looks like he's trying to be middle of the road.
Okay. I think I'll hold the other two clues for later in the scene.
Okay. Eric pulls up to Renee. All right. So you must be Renee. Yeah?
I am.
Cool. And he reaches out and touches your shoulder real quick. Says, hate to do this. It's not a lot of time. You already know I'm being watched. Where's the rest of your team?
2 in the car beside me, and 2 are somewhere, probably higher up on the buildings, watching.
Cool. So, I know about Longinus. I know about Annette. I worked with her. I also got hunted down by the gatekeepers. That's why I know I can trust you. You seem to be a problem child for the gatekeepers.
A little bit.
Everything's about to change. All right? I don't. You see him pull out a pocket watch and then look at another watch on the back of his hand. You see that they're 2 different times.
I'm going to use one of my clues. Does anything change when the pocket watch gets pulled?
Nothing changes when the pocket watch gets pulled. However, you do notice that there's a bit of a shimmer around him and Renee.
I did mean, just to be clear, like, of people watching, if anybody's reacting to.
Nope.
I will look beyond the mists if I see a shimmer.
You see the visible shimmer without needing to look beyond the mist. Something.
I understood that. I'm going to look beyond the mist to see what's going on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see where you're going.
But I only got a 6.
You see something, but what it is, it's not very comprehensible.
What could I use my help point at all for Sarah?
If you look beyond the mist, yes.
Okay.
Like if you were trying to assist Sarah in looking beyond the mist, you would also have to roll the same roll, and then you can
try that because I want to be helpful, maybe.
So yes, you would be able to give Sarah a help point. Sarah, you have a 7.
Yay!
Okay, let me do the roll.
Plus mythos.
Okay, so 8 plus mythos is. I don't have mythos. Well, yes, I do.
3, so it's +3.
So 11?
All right. Starting with Sarah, what would you like to know?
Well, what is the effect? What is happening?
There's a time distortion. And what you're seeing is time visibly going forwards and backwards around this man.
Can I ask clarifying?
Yeah.
Does that mean that they're about to disappear?
No.
Okay.
But what he has done is he's essentially given Renee the same effect.
Okay. Well, that's I only have one mythos, so that's my question.
Yeah. Lola, you got questions?
Sarah, what should I ask?
Very invalid.
It's there's something wrong with time. He just affected Renee with it. It's going backwards and forwards at the same time. Splitting, maybe? Paradox, maybe? I'm not. I can't get a good read on it.
Okay.
Maybe you can get more information?
Yeah, you're just gonna have to help me out here. You're good with this.
Thank you. Look to see maybe what effect it's going to have on Renee.
So, what effects will this have on Renee?
At this point, it's unclear. You would need to see what he does with it later in order to get that answer.
Okay. Basically, I know Lola has a question, so she's asking Sarah to what Sarah wanted.
You can also hold those questions until
Yeah.
later.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna hold them because we need to see what happens.
All right. So he motions to Renee, says, "All right. In about, let's say, 45 seconds, something bad's gonna happen, and it's gonna be fine. All right, just trust me on that." And starts walking with you, or he's like trying to usher you towards where your other partners are.
Okay, so I guess she's gonna like where Lola and Sarah are, or Amit and Noel are.
I think we have 3 locations because I'm in Null, I think, at different locations.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're at different points, so I think he's gonna go over to the SUV. As he
Okay.
gets there, he knocks on the window to get you guys to roll it down.
I look at Lola.
Yeah, Lola rolls the window down. Do you need to get in?
No, just give me a high five or something.
No, Lola will.
Cool. It's kind of important. I need you to give me a high five or just touch my hand.
Oh, both of us.
Yeah, both of you.
Yeah, Lola does the high five.
Is this gonna hurt me?
It's not gonna hurt you.
I just had a whole conversation with somebody about how that sentence is almost always a lie.
Sarah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
do the high five. Just do it.
I'll give him a high five.
Cool. Now, 15. Okay. 1 sec. And now. And he turns and starts sprinting in the opposite direction. Amit, Noel, you see that the 2 guys that have been watching him start running towards him.
All right. Well, we're seeing that we don't know what the hell's going on. We're running after him as well. Well, at least I am across the rooftops, trying to find a good spot to jump down and intercept.
All right. You can actually jump down from, if you go across over the stoplight, you can actually intercept one of the guards.
All right, I think I will be doing that, and I'm guessing that is some kind of role, like face to danger or something.
Hit with all you've got.
All right, here with all I got. So let's
And
see.
then while you're doing that, what's Noel doing?
So everybody's like this. We see the guy running. We see the guards running.
Yes.
So Noel will jump down, and anybody around in the vicinity is just gonna hear distraction, and Noel's gonna throw a Molotov into the window of the.
Oh my
Land
god.
cafe.
Hit with all you've got, please.
I'm just gonna burn. Can I just burn great reflexes?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, is there any stipulations or rules I should know about for using my new toy?
No,
Oh,
it's not cursed.
oh, okay. Well, that makes things so much simpler.
Renee
the-
sees Molotov and goes, "Are you got kidding me?"
All right, so let's see, uncanny parkour skills, and I think this is a hit with all I got. I'm gonna take cuts through everything.
Yep.
And
Gonna cut some guy's arm off?
maybe.
Or his head?
Why not? Sounds like
Always go
fun.
for that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stick with those two for right now.
Alright.
And that is going to be a total of a 10.
Oh, Renee is questioning your decisions again.
All right. What was Noel's role?
He
I
burnt something.
I burnt my great reflexes.
Oh, right. Noel, as you reach back to chuck this Molotov, Eric passes by you in a sprint and quickly slaps your back just as Amit's coming down to cut a guy. Amit, you feel a sharp tap on the back of your leg as you're coming down on him. And suddenly there's an explosion as Noel chucks this Molotov into the building, and it just goes up. With Amit coming down, you see the guy just get completely cleaved, and then all five of you hear the sound of a loud pop in the distance. You see Eric immediately keel over and hit the ground. And suddenly it's 7 a.m. Amit, you're making your rolls. You're pulling them out of the oven.
What the
That
fuck?
was probably more like 10 a.m.
No.
No, it was
Remember,
7 a.m.
when we
Do
first
we
started,
remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were working on rolls at the beginning. That's right. I forgot about that.
Sarah, you're waking up with the drugs and the alcohol and the TV on to the news.
so yeah, I'm just yanking them out, throwing the stove and the phone. Everybody, wake the fuck up right now.
I'm gonna
We
spend my last
remember.
clue.
Yep.
Excellent.
I'm gonna spend my last clue to see if I could identify the people chasing it.
So with just looking at how things are playing, you're seeing Lazarus security armor like underneath their clothes. But for some reason, this isn't like these guys are not. They don't look like their corporate suits. They don't look like corporate security. They look like paramilitary.
I will text everyone. They were the one Jesus wept for, probably the 1930s Democrats.
The fact that I got that does not help your case.
To be fair, I mentioned the second one later today. But the first one, good job knowing your Bible.
Lola's going to unplug her TVs and just like text breakfast now.
Noel, your radio clicks on.
Mm-hmm.
Hello again, Noel.
Again?
Yes, we've already talked.
Are you sure about that? Listen,
Yes,
radio.
I'm
Normally you call on Wednesdays, and it's definitely not a Wednesday radio.
you're fine. I'm well aware of what's going on. I'm keeping track. Hopefully you can keep up.
Like I said, radio. This is not the appropriate time.
Fine, I'll let you figure out when the appropriate time is. Radio shuts off.
Yeah, that's weird. Radio always calls on Wednesdays. And then I guess I'm just gonna go to Lola's.
Yeah. So is Ahmet, and he's bringing all the ingredients again. This becomes a thing. I want to do this for 3 loops.
Kids are super excited when you get there. You go through the whole thing, bacon, 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 right? They're just super excited. June actually comes by, grabs the card for the foil. Everything plays out the exact same way it started.
So,
I don't like.
all right. First question. I need to make this known. Who here remembers what happened?
I do.
Raise my hand.
So does Eric remember calling me the first time?
Yes. And actually, I was going to get to that.
Okay. So let's
because I did that out of order. He
right.
actually does call you and says, "All right, do you remember what happened?"
Yes, I do.
Cool. I need a location for where you're going to be 10 a.m.
10 a.m. I will be. She gives Lola's address.
It's going to be a little too far for me to be able to get there by then.
I can pick you up.
No. There's an order to these things. If they get out of order, it really fucks with everything.
What's a location that I can what makes sense then? What the hell was it?
It's called the Velvet Room, but now I can remember. Arcadia, Gardens of Arcadia. Can you be there by 10?
Gardens of Arcadia at 10 a.m. Meet me there.
Perfect. I can keep you guys in this loop, but in order to do that, I have to make sure that you guys just get like touched, right? Not like that, but like I just have to make sure that you are
Physical
stuck.
contact. Got it.
Physical contact during my loop.
Okay. We can make it happen.
Cool.
All right. Gardens of Arcadia at 10 a.m. Be there.
Phone hangs up.
And then messaging Sarah. It's like, do you want me to pick you up?
For Lola's?
From your house? Or
Yeah,
have you left
yeah.
already?
No, the coffee just finished.
I'll be there shortly.
I'll be out front.
Says goodbye to the kids and makes her way to Sarah's.
A very abbreviated version of the paperbacks conversation.
All right. So, Renee comes to pick you up, and two of you go over there. Noel, you do your Noel thing. Everybody is now at Lola's. Lola, you unplugged all the TVs. Kids are kind of mad, but they understand. They do the whole bacon thing, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. This time, we're meeting him at Gardens of Arcadia at 10 a.m. The way this is going to work is that to continue to remain in a time loop. I guess this is what this is. He has to make physical contact with us. We have to keep him alive, everyone.
Right.
Keep him alive. And Noel's just like stuffing rags into half-filled bottles of alcohol.
Did we see who shot
Are
him?
you making Molotovs?
Did we see who shot him? Did any of us see that?
I texted you. Yes, it was Lazarus and probably Technocrats. Oh, wait, no, those are the ones chasing. Who shot him?
I don't know. I heard a pop, but that was it. Could have been far off.
There's no definite as to where he was shot from.
So there's no grassy knoll.
No. But at the very least, we heard the gunshot, so it wasn't an extreme distance.
So we need somebody to cover him.
Who here's good with a gun?
The other question is, who here can take a bullet?
I could do it.
I just look at Noel directly.
I could probably do it. I've taken
No,
enough.
you have kids. No.
I'm not taking a bullet again.
Just points at him with a motion of like, see?
Look, you have kids. Renee has kids. Sarah, you have a life.
I can't take a bullet.
So, and Noel refuses to take it. Oh, great. I'm going to be the one who has to take a bullet again. Great.
I told you I could do it.
No.
How many times have you all been shot?
Like 50.
Like combined? That's the four of you?
No.
No. No.
Give or take.
Right. Okay. I'm the squishy one. Should do that anyway.
We have body armor, so I could grab an extra set.
Good plan. Better yet, we make him get in the SUV after he
didn't want to
high
get
fives everyone.
He didn't want to get in there.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I don't know why he ran off the first time, and I don't think he's gonna be able to explain it.
To be
He said
fair,
something disastrous was gonna happen, but everything was gonna be fine. So I don't know what inside information he has, but clearly everything was not fine.
Odds are he's
To
already
be-
been through this loop once before, and the disastrous thing was the Molotov.
look, if I was writing the
What?
story, the disastrous thing would be him getting shot.
So why don't you write the story for him not getting shot?
Do you not? That's not how the Muslim woman in my head works.
So write one about how he takes a nice ride and
Because sworn she was Persian.
has a nice day.
Yeah, Persian. You're right. Actually, I made that mistake. You're right, Persian.
Be creative.
It's not how the Persian woman in my head works. This is not. I'm not. I am not one of those people who writes in a book and reality happens. I tell stories and people listen.
Okay, so can you make everybody listen so they're not shooting at the person we're supposed to be protecting?
That's possible.
Then do it.
The shooter has to be able to hear that, right?
Oh, right.
That would
So,
mean we'd have to know where the shooter is.
do we need
Or
oh,
amplify my voice.
Do we have to know where the shooter is, or could we just use a megaphone?
It's not a direct counter to the problem of knowing where, not knowing where the shooter is, but it helps.
so I can order a mega. I can get June to, if she's not busy, to get a megaphone.
June's out right now getting
Oh, the
foil.
foil.
You can tell her to grab. a
I will.
megaphone.
I will text June. Get a megaphone for me. Don't worry about it. Don't tell Lola.
You know what? Then I'm going to text June, and like, please get a megaphone. Just add it.
And then June's gonna text back, "How many damn megaphones do you people need?"
You can
Actually,
chain
yes.
megaphones. It is possible. Like, that is
Oh
a thing.
God.
Oh,
Yeah, that was in an episode of The Simpsons.
Or we could communicate properly. That could help.
oh yeah. Let's just throw all subtlety and secrecy out the window for that.
Subtlety? I don't understand what that word means.
No,
We know.
no, you don't understand what that word means.
Start a group text. Why do you both need megaphones?
We don't.
We just need one.
We just both like June and think she's cool.
She does come back with 2 megaphones.
Oh,
Gotta back up, or we can chain them. Thank you.
and June
And-
gets cash for that.
And she takes her tomahawk and wagyu steaks over to the fridge.
Before we head out, I do make like a quick note, like post-it note of how to properly cook those and slap them on the fridge.
Nice.
Remarkably few steps.
Yeah, salt, pepper, hot cooking sauce. You're good to go. You don't need to do much.
Right? So he probably engineered getting shot to pull us in.
No,
That's what I was trying to say before Lola decided she knew Old Persian. That's probably too old of a language.
You know what? You go ahead.
Is this going to be a thing?
Yeah.
The two of you catfighting like this? Is this going to be a thing for this entire loop?
Sarah wants to do it, so I mean, who am I to stop her from wanting to fight with me?
I don't want to fight with you.
Okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
Right.
I'm
So
gonna
she
go on ahead.
So we probably engineered this whole thing to get us involved.
I'm gonna go get in the car.
Right.
Do you,
Okay. Fine.
do you join
Following.
her?
Yes, I do.
Okay. According to the traffic reports, as if somebody goes online, you can see that there's no traffic going to the Gardens of Arcadia.
Can I find out if that's a change or if it was that way before?
Yeah, go ahead and roll and investigate.
This definitely is using implacable memory.
Yep.
Come on, character sheet. There we go. Oh, it's only dynamite against. I misread that. So definitely implacable memory. Cliffhangers? Question mark.
Yeah.
And grist for the story mill. Or that's my trick cap. I'm always afraid.
That's my trick cap. Will work.
Yeah. All right. Oh no, that's a 7. Plus 3 is useful. I got a 7.
Okay. There is no change, but it does look like something is happening there.
What is happening? First clue. What is happening there?
So there was no change in traffic flow. Looks like there's supposed to be an event later on in the evening over there.
Okay. Remind me, 7 and 9. I get all 3 clues, right?
You get whatever number of questions
Power.
you have based on
Yeah.
power. It's whether or not they're fuzzy or incomplete. Or
That's what it
if
is.
Puts you in danger.
That's what it is. What is the event?
Looks like there's going to be an 80s night over at the club.
At Gardens of Arcadia?
Yep.
Does this mean there's likely to be a lot of human variables in the situation? Is my third clue.
Not until later in the evening.
Okay. We're probably okay. It seems ominously fortuitous, but looks like it's just a music night at the club.
All right, well, there's that.
Right. So everybody, how's everybody going? I know Lola and Sarah are traveling together. Same, or is Noel and Amit doing the same thing?
I would imagine we are doing the same thing.
All right. And then Renee on her bike.
Yeah, I'm a cool mom.
All right. Amit, you get there. Hold on. Amit, you get there and you find a fire escape on the back end of the building. You notice that there's a couple of windows. And if you look inside, you see that there's a couple of people living on this, on the top floor of the nightclub.
All right, do I recognize them?
Yeah, as the club owners, Alicia and Arcadia Crane.
Oh. Right. All right, I'm gonna keep that. Duly noted. But is the club like open at 10 o'clock in the morning?
They're not open. It looks right now. It looks like they're just making breakfast and having normal morning stuff.
Okay. I know at least one of them is on good terms with us, but at the same token, I don't think we really want to involve them. Wait, we should probably might maybe should we involve them in the next nonsense? So yeah, I'm just gonna turn to no when he inevitably shows up and decides, hey, should we involve the other two ACs here, or are we going to try and keep this all quiet?
I said we take him out so we don't have to deal with him.
You do know that they actually like us, right?
They're cranes. I don't know that we could trust them.
I am not going to condone wanton violence if we can avoid it.
Look, you asked for my opinion. I gave you my opinion. They're cranes. I don't trust them.
All right, so we will not get them involved. And we'll try to keep this quiet. Okay. And we'll look around and see if there's anything other than them just going on. See if there's anybody already camped out on the outside that we need to be get a watch out for. I guess that's another investigate.
No, I will actually give this to you. You notice that there is a guy wearing a nondescript black hoodie, black shoes, or black pants, wearing Converse, and a backpack. He's sitting in the alleyway.
All right, you stick up here. I'm gonna go and check out this guy. Does it look like it's Eric from before or a different person?
It's Eric.
Okay.
Although he does look a little worse for wear.
All right. So yeah, I sneak down and join him in the alleyway, and it's like, all right, what the hell? What's going on?
Yeah, kind of a whole thing, man. It's stuck in a loop, and really the only way for me to survive is to find a way to break said loop. Unfortunately, it's really difficult when a lot of my actions are kind of stuck. I don't think you realize how far stuck I'm in this loop.
No, I don't. But you said a lot of your actions are already stuck, so I'm guessing there's only a limited time towards the end of the loop that you can actually do anything different.
Uh, Generally, and he pulls out the stopwatch, or not the pocket watch, and it shows that he's about at least 8 hours in time difference. I've been at this at least 10 to 15 times, maybe more. I can't remember, honestly.
Oh, 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 you. Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if I could get out on my own, which is why I had a friend of mine reach out to you, and he told me to, well, I tried to get him to contact you guys, but he said that he couldn't really do a whole lot, so he told me to reach out to Renee.
All right. Okay. So, what do you know? What do we have to do to get you out of this time?
I think we need to figure out where that shooter is, because I have no idea, and every time I've looked, they've changed. So either somebody's keeping up with me, or somebody else is able to, like, manipulate the same space. I don't know. What I do know is the information that I have, I can give you. You guys can work with it, even if I'm stuck in this loop forever, it will get you where you need to go.
All right. Before I ask him any more questions, do you mind if I look beyond the mist?
Yeah.
All right, and that's just plus my mythos, right?
Correct.
Okay, so this is going to be crap because I only got one left right now. Oh, I managed to pull out a 10, though.
You notice that time fluctuates around him. What would you like to know?
Right now I'm trying to see if his rift was the butterfly effect or not, or just Groundhog Day.
You notice that the time that keeps swirling around him seems to be moving in very circular motions, and you start to see a serpent chewing on its own tail.
Ah, Ouroboros, gotcha. Okay. Well, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we need to find the shooter who has the ability to change their position each time, which means either A, they have the ability, they're somehow keeping up with you, somebody is feeding them information, or they're just adjusting based on your minute differences in each loop.
Yeah, something like that. I do know that they have a Maserati.
Right, so we need to keep an eye out for that. All right.
So before we get into like the details, let's get out of the street. Hold on. And he starts searching around through one of the trash cans.
Hang on. Before you get too deep into that, come on, check my hand.
Right. And he gives you a hand. Starts going through one of the trash cans, pulls out a key, and walks around to the back of the nightclub.
Okay.
One of my other loops, don't worry about it. And he unlocks it. You see him struggle for a moment, trying to figure out what the code is, punches the code in at the door, and walks in and says, "Get everybody in here."
All right. So pretty much I flag no down and I send a text to everybody on their way. Park around the back. I'll let you in.
Lula does that, no problem.
All right.
And I think that's probably a good place to end tonight.
Okay.
Starting in reverse order, let's do some outros. Going with Meg.
Hello, everybody. I am Meg or Meg Mysteria. You can find me as such on Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch, and or Blue Sky. I got to play Penelope Hurt / Renee Webb. As far as what I've got coming up, you can find me over on Neon Lights Roleplay for By His Shadow Piece, our bi-weekly Warhammer campaign, where I am playing a psyker who is just starting to actually become friends with our Space Marine. We're blood brothers now. We've been in combat together. We're respectable friends. My teammates like me now. I've solved their problems, kind of.
See what happens when you're not a cop?
I mean, it's 40K. Being a psycho
I was
has a
gonna
whole
say-
slew of issues.
Yeah.
I'm an
I was
Eldari
gonna say-
psyker at that, so I'm a Xenos.
How are you alive?
That is the question,
the-
ain't it?
The Eldari have a kind of pact with the humans.
God, Poe's law makes me bounce off of 40K so hard. Yeah.
It is the that is the question, ain't it? But the other game that I'm in with Neon Lights Roleplay, be the 27th, I think. Towards the end of the month is Tears of Divinity Fading Chronicle. That is our Lancer campaign where I am playing Elena Victoria, my now demoted previous captain of the Lancer team. Yeah, I got asked to step down.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything's
Anything-
fine.
Anything else?
Next month, beginning of next month, we'll have the finale of Gay Camp, actually known as Camp Runner's Cross. But it's Gay Camp. Yeah. That's it.
Fail.
Hey everybody, I'm Fail Prime. I played Null Noir, Man About Town, Element of Chaos. I like to throw Molotovs into land cafes. I run an illegal drug empire. I work with the Russian mafia. I'm not a very good private investigator. Let's leave it at that. We got all sorts of stuff coming up here on Singularity, including the Mucklands. If you want to come join us for some Muppet Labyrinth level hijinks, as the first session, we dive into the what was it? Chicken-footed witch and the curses that she has been putting on people. I'll go ahead and pass it on up.
That'd be Janie.
Hi, I'm Janie. I played Lola, a bitter, fired mom who apparently is a threat to Sarah and nobody else. Who has snacks in her car. Capri Suns for vampires and humans alike. And you
What-
can, sorry,
I was gonna say, what do you have coming up?
I don't have anything until Saturday, until King's Gambit on Saturday. I don't have it. That's what I have this week, and then after that, I have Winter on the 30th, and that's it for whatever month this is.
May.
May. June, I know I have Speakeasy Conspiracy on the first Saturday, and I don't think I have anything again until like winter. And sorry, I can't think of my June is so far away because I thought it was still April. I might have more stuff coming up, but that's what I have for now.
Very nice. Jacques.
All right, I am Shark Point Fairy. I reprise my role as Amit Moreno, the fight happy gourmet chef of the group. I actually surprised at how much random stuff I've pulled out for that part of my character. I'm actually now going to have to look into seeing what goes into a pomegranate mimosa because that actually does sound good. But yeah, so things that are coming up for me. You can actually find me on Twitch on my own channel here. Well, not here, but you know what I mean. I'm rambling. Still, Shark One Failure right here on Twitch. I usually try to stream every Monday and Wednesday. That being said, the 29th Wednesday not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday will be the Mucklands. I'll be in that. Also, yes, this upcoming Saturday, I will be in King's Gambit along with Janie and our Panopticon up there. Other than that, I don't really have all that much else going on until Speakeasy returns on the first Saturday of June. So look forward to that. We're gonna have some fun times there. And you can also find me on Blue Sky at Shockpoint Failure and Twitter at Shockpoint622. And I believe that wraps it up for me.
Nice. Skunkart. You're muted. You are muted.
It has to happen to me sometimes. Hi, everybody. I have 19 different names. You'll hear a different one every time. One of them is Merlin Monroe. I use 3 different sets of pronouns. One of them is B, Bim, Bose. And if I were making a pomegranate mimosa, I would probably use pom if I wanted it dry, grenadine if I wanted it sweet, or pomegranate liquor if I wanted it to be strong.
Oh, no, I was thinking like fresh pomegranate juice.
That's essentially what pom is. It's just not fresh.
Yeah, no. If I'm going to make a pomegranate mimosa, I'm going to do the work and get my own juice.
Hella valid. You can see me not only here at Breaking Neon, but this coming Friday is the finale of the long-form Thirsty Sword Lesbians game that I run over on Enchanting Sorcery Productions called Sparkle Heart Magic Force Go. So tune into that to see how that story reaches a pause point. I don't want to say it'll end, because after a break and a spin-off show, Treasures of Waldron Hall, we will be returning in autumn for season 2 of Sparkle Heart Magic Force Go. So if you want your disaster lesbians and strange time manipulation, tune in Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific. I will also on Thursday, the day before the one I just advertised, at the same time be on the same channel, Enchanting Sorcery Productions, playing in a Dragon Age murder mystery called The End of Love. So if you like Dragon Age and murder, you should tune in. Those are all the shows I'm doing at the moment. You can find all of my social media at Linktree, T.ee/queer mythopoeia, QUEERMYTHOPOEIA, because I'm the kind of weirdo who likes really long words that Tolkien liked. While you're looking there, you can do 2 things. You can hire me as your professional game master, specializing in King Culture role-playing games, role-playing game campaigns, but happy to take your idea and run with it if there's something you're really raring to play. And keep an eye on my social media, because I have joined the SF Goth AIDS Walk team and will soon be soliciting donations to help us, to help a bunch of goth people fight AIDS, which, if I should remind, if you need reminding, we may be still in the COVID pandemic, but we are also still in the AIDS pandemic. And the donate money also goes to help positive folk while we fight it. So I'm trying to raise a bunch of money for that. It's the SF Goth team's 25th anniversary, and I would love to set a new record for donations to represent quarter century of goths fighting AIDS. That's me.
Well, my name is Alan, the All-Seeing Eye. I am a professional game master and game writer. You can find this game and more on DriveThruRPG. Actually, you won't find this game on DriveThruRPG. I'm still writing it. But you will find everything that is currently up to date for Breaking Neon in DriveThruRPG in the city of Miss Garage. I will be back here next week for King's Gambit, which is a spy thriller using the Outgun system. Outgun's a lot of fun. If you haven't had a chance to, check it out, because on the 29th they are releasing an expansion called Outgun Adventures, which is going to be action pulp. It's going to be your Indiana Jones, The Mummy, stuff like that. And it's going to also have the Action Flicks book, Volume 2, which is going to have more genres to play around with. After that, I will be back here for Mucklands, where I will be taking over the role of Mermit Wormsbane, the killer of worm food. After that, we will not have fragments for next month, as I will be GMing over at the New Game Plus Con. And then we start back over where I come back, and instead of reprising my role as Kenny, the lovable teddy bear, I am the Lost in Gay Camp. It's going to be great. It's going to be terrifying. Can't wait. Outside of that, stick around as we raid. Who are we raiding? yeah, we're going to be rating Tabletop Notch. So have a wonderful night, y'all, and keep rolling.